Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to Singapore. I'm Tao from Manus AI, and I'm co-founder of this company, and also right now acting as our chief product officer. So this company right now is headquartered in Singapore, and we also have offices in Tokyo and California. So after I share the story behind Manus, if you are interested, you can check our website. We have many open positions. I hope maybe some of you can join us. Yeah, this is the advertisement. Yeah. So let's start in today's presentation. So today's topic is about, I want to share the story behind Manus about how we come up with this idea and why we want to build this thing in the first place. So the first topic is always about what is Manus? Because after we released Manus, I spent 22 days in United States. And even in the United States, many people don't know this word, Manus. Because actually this word is not an English word. This word is come from a very old Latin words, which is from the MIT's motto, mens et manus, which means man and hand. Why we want to choose this name, Manus, which is the hand, is because we think for the past 2.5 years, all these frontier models, like OpenAI's models, Anthropic, Google Gemini, a lot of very smart models, they are already smarter than most of humans, but they are just the brain, We think only use brain can solve very complex problems in the physical world. Yeah, like for me, I was born in 1986. So when I was 9, I started coding in my primary school. But that is 1996. So in that time, back in China, not every family can afford a computer. So I only have 2 chances a week to went to my primary school's computer room to practice my coding skills. So at that time, I was the best in my class in the coding area. So even I was the best, but if I can't go to the computer room, I can only use a pen and a paper to write all this code under the paper. I can't get them done just in one time. I have to go to the computer room to practice, to debug, and then I can get the code done right. And that's exactly what we did in the past whole 2 years. It's we've already have a PhD level intelligence, maybe GPT-4 or 3, these models. Yeah, we have this PhD level intelligence. But we only give them a pen and a paper. And we don't give it a computer. We only give the pen and paper. And we ask them to solve very complex problems for us. We think that's a problem. And we think why we choose this hand is because we think we've already have a very smart brain. Right now, the thing we did is we have to build hands for all these smart LLMs. So that's why we choose this name, Manus. So this company is not about a model company. We're just an application company built on these very smart models. Yeah, so that's why we choose the name Manus. Yeah. And the second topic is about why we want to build this thing, in the first place. Yeah. So actually, Manus is not our first product. This company started 2 years and 7 months ago, just 1 week before ChatGPT. So at that time, we've already saw the GPT-3, and we're saying, wow, this thing is cool. Maybe we should build something on this model. And 1 week later, ChatGPT came out. So there's no reason you have to build something else. But we don't want to just build another chatbot. So we were looking at the ChatGPT, how users are using it. And we found there's a very major issue, which is when you are using chatbot, you have to do a lot of copy-paste back and forth. It's when ChatGPT gives you an answer, you have to copy the answer to your workflow, maybe your browser, your another applications, and then you have to copy something from the application back to the ChatGPT. There are a lot of back and forth copy pasting. So the first thing we built is Monica.im. Monica.im is kind of like a Chrome browser extension, which is like we made hundreds of integrations of different websites. So the thing is like when you are watching YouTube, there's a button at the right, and if you click the button, we can summarize the whole video for you with timestamps. And when you are reading some paper on Activate, you can also like click some button in the website, and you can get the explanation and the translation of the paper. So it's like or like when you are drafting an email in Gmail, we can help you to leverage different LLM's power to write this email. And we implemented this feature 1 year before Google did that. So when you are using Monica, it's like you will have all this AI power just inside your web page, not out of the context. So that's Monica. And actually, Monica is the best in its category. Yeah, we have like 20 million users now, and it's generating like maybe 50 million ARR right now, and it's still growing. Yeah. But the thing is that because all these three words, a Chrome browser extension, all these three words, each of them just lowers the ceiling for us. Because not everyone is using Chrome, right? Not everyone is just using browser for their work. And for the third word, extension, I think for many people, yeah, even like in today's room, some of you may not know what is a browser extension, right? So we are always thinking about what is the next thing for us. Yeah. So we are always looking about to say, yeah, what is the next ChatGPT moment? We think ChatGPT actually is very good because it defines how humans should interact with LLM. Before ChatGPT, no one knows. Because before ChatGPT, GPT-3 is already there for 1 year. Nobody knows how to use that model. But ChatGPT just tells the whole world, this is the way to interact with LLM. But we don't think the chatbot is the final form of how humans should interact with LLM. Because at the bottom of my heart, actually, I don't believe that for the motivation and the capability to ask a question, this capability actually is very rare in human. Because we run Monica.im for maybe like more than 2 years. So we kind of know how the user behavior is. For an average user, they only have 1 question per day. And for a lot of maybe like heavy users, they also like only 5 questions a day. So that is a problem. That is like your product's value is limited by your user. So if your user have a lot of questions and they know how to ask a right question, they can get the value from your product. If they don't ask at all, or they don't have questions, they can't feel the value from your product. So we think that's a problem. It's like we have a PhD level intelligence there, but it is only triggered by ourselves. They can't work by themselves. We think that's a problem. Yeah. So for us, because we are already very successful in the browser extension category, so it's very easy for us to come up with the idea that maybe we should build an AI browser. So yeah, it's not Manus. So from last March to last October, 7 months, yeah, we spent 7 months on the AI browser thing. And actually, we put a lot of resources on that. We built like a lot of AI features in the AI browser thing. Yeah, like for this one, the image on the right, on the left, is my favorite. We call it the all room, which is like everyone has a lot of tabs in your browser, right? And it can auto group them into different topics based on the context. So you don't have to group them by yourself. And we can like upscale any images, videos in your browser, and we can preview a summary, like any links on your browser. And we even like build some like AI controlling your browser thing, which is you can use natural language to find people on LinkedIn. Yeah. So we did a lot of things, extract data from the web page and automate the whole thing in the browser. But after 7 months of work, we never released this product. So like today, no one knows we have this thing, but we spent 7 months on that project. Why we didn't release these things? Because after 7 months of work, we found there's a major issue for AI browser. What is that issue? It's like after 7 months of work, when I am the creator of that browser, or I'm sitting at my computer, and you will find once AI starts to control your browser, you have to keep your hands off the keyboard because any movement to the computer will break the AI process. And in the meantime, because you don't know when AI will finish its job, when you keep your hands off the keyboard, but you still have to pay attention to it because you don't know when it will finish. So the whole experience is kind of weird. It's like keep your hands off, but keep staring to the screen. So when I'm the creator of I use it every day, I find this is a very stupid experience. So we don't think this is a product that we want to deliver to our users. So even we spent 7 months as a very tidy staff at that time. At that time, we only had maybe I have 40 people, and we put half of the company on that project. But after 7 months of work, the product is release ready, but we never release it. That's a problem. But we don't just get some problems from the AI browser thing. We also have some learnings too. Yeah. The first learning is that we think AI should use browser. AI should use browser because when we are testing this project, we found AI actually has a lot of knowledge for the internet. Yeah. The AI just knows how to use the internet. It knows many tricks, many shortcuts to use the internet. But the problem is that the AI should not use your browser. AI should use its own browser. So you can continue your work. Yeah, you can just maybe chat with your colleague, replying to some emails, maybe also just watching some YouTube on your computer. So AI should use its own browser. And the browser should be in the cloud. So you don't have to pay your attention to it. You can just assign a task to the AI, and you can just leave. Yeah, this whole thing is running in the cloud. Yeah, so that's the learnings we get from the AI browser thing. And we sunset this project in last October. And during last March to last October, 7 months, one thing very big happening during that period, which is last July. Yeah, Cursor came out. A lot of you know, yeah, Cursor actually is a very great thing. All three co-founders of this company, Red, Pig, and I, we are all coders from our very early stage, very early years. So for us, we're coders. When we are using Cursor, we think Cursor is actually a very great tool. It can speeds up our efficiency. Yeah, and I can code with the language I never know. So I think that is actually a very great tool. But the most interesting part is not us, not our coders are using Cursor. The most interesting part is when we're watching our friends, our colleagues who are long coders, when we are watching them using Cursor. This is the most interesting part. Yeah, this is an interface of Cursor. Yeah, and you can say 2/3 of the area is the left side, is the code editor side, right? So when we are watching our friends, watching them using Cursor, they are using Cursor to solve their daily tasks, like doing data visualization based on some Excels, or maybe convert a video file into an audio file, or do some maybe batch file processing, just using Cursor. They are using Cursor to solve their own tasks. They are not using Cursor to generate codes. They are just using Cursor to solve their task. And when these long coders using Cursor, they don't care. They don't care about the left side because they can't evaluate the code generated by Cursor. The only thing they can do is keep pressing the accept button in the right? Yeah, a lot of people are laughing. I know, yeah, you are the web coding guys. Yeah, so the only thing they can do is keep pressing the accept button. Yeah, so that's the moment, we come up with this idea is that maybe we should build the right panel of Cursor and build it for average people, not for coders. Yeah, we build the right panel of Cursor and for average users. And we combining the learnings we get from our AI browser project. It's like we should build the right thing, the right panel, and let it running in the cloud. So it has like two advantages. The first one is that, because this thing running in the cloud, so you don't have to keep pressing accept, accept, accept. Why Cursor asks a user to keep accept? Because this thing happens on your computer. So there are maybe some security and risks. Yeah, if you don't get permission from user, it may break your computer. But if AI is using its own computer in the cloud, AI can just keep the accept button by itself. Because in Manus, each task will be assigned a fully functional virtual machine. So this virtual machine is owned by Manus itself. So anything Manus did to the virtual machine just will not harm your computer. So if we let this thing run in the cloud, it can reduce the risk and it won't break your computer. And the second advantage is that because this thing is running in the cloud, so actually the whole process is asynchronous. So it's like when you just assign a task to us, you don't have to care about it. You can just close your computer, or maybe you can just put your phone back to your pocket and leave. And when the task is done, you will get a notification from Manus. And they will say, okay, this is the result. So what we found from this whole thing is actually, we think coding is not the ultimate goal. Coding is just an intermediate step for solving the task. So these users, all the people around the world, these long coders, they don't care about the code. The only thing, if you can solve my task, that's good. I don't care what's behind this whole thing. So actually, the whole idea of Manus just comes from the learnings we get from our AI browser and also the inspirations we learn from Cursor. Yeah, so that is maybe the whole story behind the Manus about how we come up with this idea. Yeah, so after I share today's story, maybe we can have some Q&A. Yeah.
Thank you. My name is Tina. I want to know what are the most use cases that people are using your platform for, and if you see any trends or patterns, because I also run an AI company. We do marketing agents, so we want to know from your experience, what is it that people are using it for? What are the trends that you see? Thank you.
Okay, a very good question. Yeah, so right now, I think the main use cases in Manus, maybe I can just define into three categories. So the first one is always about building a website. Because, we are building an AI tool for the average people. So for most of the people, this may be their first website in their lifetime. But we don't consider Manus just as another website builder. Because I know today is an AI event. I think many of you tried other AI tools to build a website. But when you are trying Manus to build a website, you will find the difference. Because we only think website, these web pages, is just a phone to express yourself. It's just maybe just like a Word file, like a PowerPoint file. Just a phone to express yourself. So when Manus is building a website, it's not just about building the website itself. It's always about Manus will do the research first to gather all this data and the information, and then build the website. So we think the content is the first priority. It's not just the website, but a lot of people are building websites with Manus. And the second category is slides. Yeah, we released the Manus slides 3 weeks ago, and this thing is kind of went viral. A lot of Manus users are generating slides with Manus now. Yeah, because with a very simple prompt, or maybe you can drop your PDF, your Word file to Manus, and the Manus will convert all these text prompts, all these images, Excels, PDFs into a slide, and you can export it into a PowerPoint. And the third category is about research. Yeah, people are using Manus for like different types of research. It's not just about deep research, because deep research only returns you with maybe with a very long article, but only full of texts. But if you are using Manus to doing research, you will find there are not just the texts. There will be like some charts generated by Python, or it will have like some real-time data to fetch from some like real-time financial sources, things like that. So these are like main three categories. It's like building websites, slides, and research. Yeah. So that's the three things. Yeah. Sorry, that man. Yeah. You are the third. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's him. Yeah. Here's the third one. Yeah.
Thank you. Hello. My name is Loka. I am from Jakarta, Indonesia. My company is GT4.ai. We serve LLM inference. So I am one of early adopter of Manus, and I got whitelisted. And I just share a thought. Yesterday, 2 weeks ago, I tried a Manus and I top up $25 for around 4,000 credits. I remember. And there is bonus if we sign up. But there is a problem. I ran a deep research using GPT-01 last year and GPT-03 and anything else. It takes 20 or 30 minutes. And then I tried Manus. I hope and in my expectation, it has better results. When I tried to search, hey, list me a company in Asia Pacific with $10 million revenue per year. That's my expectation that Manus will try in browser and list me the list of the company. But the disappointment, it cost me 1,500 credits, 1,500, and the result is not very good. So what I'm asking here, do you have a plan to make the prompt better and make, let's say this is my fault that my prompt is not better enough, and it cost me a lot of maybe 30% of my credits for the bad result. Being honest, that's very bad result. And when I compared with maybe one of your competitor started with the G, the company started with G, it gets better result. And can you explain, is it my fault because my prompt is bad, or there is a lack of browser that you can try to dig into the browser? I hope you can develop more better result with the browser. You dip in the Google or any browser and you serve the best result. Thank you.
Yeah. Like, I don't think it's like a question, It's more like an advice, and we totally get it. Like in today's AI tools, it's also about there will be some like maybe problems, and we also have like a rating system. Yeah, if sometimes you face some problems, you say, okay, this result is not met my requirements. You can just rate it into maybe 1 or 2 stars, and after reviewed by my colleagues, we will like return all the credits for you. So that's kind of one of my mechanism. We can like save users from these circumstances. Yeah. So this one is the third one, right? I forget which one. You? Yeah. So this is the last one because my time is running out. Oh, we don't have last one. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. We can maybe talk later. Yeah. So thanks tonight.